Good evening and welcome back to Cricket Captain 2024 and the New South Wales save. Today, another game in the Sheffield Shield, of which we've actually started quite well in this save. We've actually done pretty decent to start things off. We've only played 2 games. We got a win in that last game we played and a draw in our first, where we actually managed to escape a loss against Queensland. It was a dramatic finish. But in total, we're actually tied second, not, like with the same number of points as Queensland, almost exactly, because we've got an extra bowling point, and we're just 10 runs, 10 batting points, point decimals, whatever, from Queensland. Western Australia is sitting pretty at the top right now. We don't really want to talk about the one-day cup, but then again, our actual net run rate isn't that bad. You look at that, there's the 3 teams in the positive, 3 teams in the negative. We are actually the best net run rate, which shows that our games are quite close. The problem is that we just haven't been able to win one game. If we can get 1 win or maybe 2 wins, we'll start to climb up that table. We're not out of it just yet. We're not out of it just yet. But anyway, first game today, well, the only game today, the big game, is a Sheffield Shield match against Victoria. And are we going to change the team a little bit? We might do. I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the current year stats. Smith. O'Toole's not an opener in this format, so let's maybe go to Nikitaras. O'Toole will probably still come in though, maybe for Davies, because that form's looking pretty good. Constance's form isn't great. Patterson, 3-star, maybe could come in. Got our bowlers here. 1 spin, pace, kind of medium paces down there, because our big stars are not really in form, to be honest. Our bigger international stars, 1-star form for Hazelwood, Stark only 2-star form. Where's Pat Cummins? There he is, 1-star form as well. Yeah, so I kind of need those guys to go and get some form, have a little bit of an improve. Tremaine's bowling pretty well. That's 2.6 current year first class. Could maybe come. You know what? I'm going to stick with the team that kind of the numbers are telling me to stick with that team. We've got Abbott and Kerr in there as well, so Tremaine could actually go second over Saltzman. Tremaine. Do I bring in Zampa? Look at the conditions. Got Nathan Liner. We know he's a tight bowler. He's on good form as well. Nisbet. Can't really take Phillip out because I would need to replace with another keeper. So maybe. Yeah, maybe Hicks could come in, and then we'll kind of just swap everyone up a little bit. And that's a nice bit of form. So that's actually giving 4 players. Yeah, that's actually giving 4 players the chance to go out there, have a little, have a match, have a go, have a see how they can do for us. We're gonna bat first. Look, that team, Glenn Maxwell, Murphy, Scott Bolland, Marcus Harris, Pukowski as well. Yep. We'll have a bat, and we'll see what we can do. We've got a whole day to bat, basically. Let's try and do our best. And hit the first over, single from it. And here we go, Sutherland to Maddinson. Oh no! Maddinson off the back of a nice innings in the last game in the one-day cup. Can't follow it up in the first class game. Sutherland to Constantin. He puts that away. The lead is 14-19. And look at that. Blake Nikitaras. Very defensive. Willing to see off a lot of deliveries. They both are, actually. I don't mind that at all. Especially when you've lost an early wicket and you've got to consolidate. You've got to try and make sure you're like, I'm not getting out. I'm blocking out if I need to. Put the bad ball away if I can. Just a single there. That's not out. They'll go up, but it's not out. 35 for 1. And actually, not a bad idea. Oh, no. Constas is gone as well. Brings in Steve Smith, who we know is a solid bat. And he starts the reply. There we go. 45 for 2. Let's try and just keep it calm here. We don't want to lose more wickets. Long way to go in this game. Long way to go in this innings. I'm hoping. There is lunch. Okay, 56 for 2. A very slow start. Take a look at the other ones. 136 for 2. 105 for 2. So a very slow start because of loss of wickets. Does happen. That's not out. That's just too far outside the line. Let's up Nikitaris's rate a little bit and wait for Smith to get a bit settled. There we go. Is that his first boundary for Nikitaris? No, he has hit boundary before that. That's all right. Okay, Steve Smith up to 3 greens. Going to try and claw our way up to 100 for 2. Come on, guys. No, Nikitaris puts it in the air. He's gone. Dang it. Lachlan O'Toole. No, that's not out. And that's a good shot. Brilliant. So now I've got to kind of require that we get to 100 for 3. Come on, guys. There we go. All 2 puts that away. 98, 99, 101 for 3. Sorry, not for 2, for 3. Good stuff. Okay, Smith, one more step up. Lachlan O'Toole will just kind of sit on the same aggression level just for now. Let's just get to tee. Hopefully 3 down. Very slow day, but we're starting to pick it up. Go, good shot from Smith. That's a better over. Better over indeed. He's on 48 now, so one more boundary or even a quick run too would do it. No, he goes for the boundary, cuts it through point, and Steve Smith gets the first personal milestone for the innings. On 202, steps across and puts it to leg, and that's T 139 for 3. It's not going that bad. You can look at the other scores. Queensland 266 for 7. This would be an interesting point to compare here, because Queensland have obviously batted much faster, but they've lost a wicket. So if they get bowled out for 300, but we, batting slowly, get all the way to 400, but we bat slowly, then we're still in a better position. You know, we've taken a bit of time out of the game. That's fair. Yes, we've taken a bit of time out of the game, but we'll still be in a better position for it. Which is why when I say, like, yeah, we're batting slowly, but I'm okay with it, because we're not, you know, we're trying not to throw wickets away. Western Australia is the flip side of that, where they're batting quickly and they're on the same number of wickets lost. You know, we're 90 runs behind them in terms of time of the game. But I'm genuinely not annoyed by that. You've got to be able to kind of bat ostensibly as well as score runs, and O'Toole has just broken that immediately by fishing outside off and giving up our 4th wicket. That Steve Smith is going to have to carry a little bit here. Hayden Kerr comes in. What's his averages looking like? He's got an average of 27. Hasn't played that many games, that many first-class games, to be honest. But yeah, if he can be our kind of support to Steve Smith, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're looking for, basically. And the odd boundary doesn't hurt either. So well done, Smith. He's up into the 80s now. 178 for 4. Nothing doing there for Hayden Kerr. Come on, buddy. Just see it off. See it out if you can. There we go. 4 runs down through mid-wicket along the ground. Well, Steve Smith can go to 2 yellows as well. Try and get 100 for Steve Smith. They've taken a new ball. That's all right. Sutherland to Kerr. No one else seems to be able to survive with him, and Abbott's gone as well. Well done, Smith. Okay. I'm going to tell Smith to try and hold a bit of the strike here. Ryan Hicks. Nope. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Okay, Saltzman, can you survive with Smith? Just a single there. He's on to 94 now, Smith. And that'll be 4 of them. Very close to the 100. Is this going to be it? This is it. 100 up for Steve Smith. Nikitaris as well did do a good job surviving for a good while, but didn't contribute that many runs. Steve Smith, on the other hand, is a big portion of the runs. A big portion of the runs. And then he's gone for 109. That's the end of day 1. And Queensland are out for 380, so my argument's out the window. We've really struggled in that evening session. We've got to try and creep our way towards 250, 300 and just kind of give us something to start, you know, with our first innings. 1 and 2 Saltzman. Off the edge, it'll go down to fine leg. 2-3-8 for 8. I mean, this partnership's not doing awful. Surviving until then. Tremaine gets out. Brings in Nathan Lyon. 2-4-2. Get to 250. Come on, guys. That's a good chunk of them. 2-4-7 now. 2-4-9. And that'll be buys that gets us to 250. Brilliant. If I remember correctly, the comp rules are once you go past 200. Yeah, first 100 overs. So we would have got some runs, not very many. Some bonus points for our runs, but not very many. I don't know when we got to 100 overs is there. We were past 200, so we did get a few runs at that point. So we did get a few bonus points, but not very many. Not very many at all. Saltzman is still there, and we're in 260 now. We are doing okay here. He's having a good time of it. Till then. Okay, but 20. Good little contribution at the end. 264, and now we've got to have to bowl well. Have to bowl really well. Okay, first over, nothing doing. Maiden. Second over, Maiden as well. Oh, 6 runs. Are you kidding me, Harris? Are you kidding me? Let's drag that length back. And Saltzman will give you a break. Go to Sean Abbott. And that is lunch. Okay, 244 is the difference. Tremaine will carry on. Abbott will carry on. Abbott to Pekowski. No edge. Drag that length back as well. And Tremaine can carry on. Okay, there's the over because Tremaine's getting a bit tired. So we'll go to Hayden Kerr. I just smacked my mic, which isn't ideal. Abbott to Harris. No, nothing doing. Okay. Yeah, they've been in for a while, so we'll just go a little bit defensive. Abbott's bowled a good set. Let's see if Saltzman can recover. And even maybe take a wicket. He can. He's bowled Pekowski. Lovely stuff. Okay, 63 for 1. The kind of start we've been needing. Okay, McDonald is in. Is it time to bring on some Nathan Lyon? Quite soon, I'd say. Maybe after the... there we go. After, like the next bowling change. There we go. Oh, and it could be a straight into the action with a wicket. That is indeed. McDonald is gone. That brings Maxwell to the crease. It's an aggressive bat. We know that. I think anyone in... To be honest, anyone in world cricket knows the damage that Glenn Maxwell can do. Back to Tremaine. And that's T. Okay, so the lead is 162. We've got him 102 for 2. It's actually not that bad. Day 2, session 3 now. Spin bowl and spin bowl. And so we'll probably take Lyon off. Yeah, be a good idea. Bring back Saltzman. Yeah, that's a bit more control. Saltzman 2. Harris on the pads. That'll go. 50 and gone. Okay, Hanscom comes in so we can actually target a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. That's also good. Maxwell kind of consolidating a bit here. Saltzman's a bit tired, but he has sorted out his economy, which is quite nice. Tremaine is a bit tired. We'll go back to Kerr as well. Okay, let's target those stumps then, if that's what we can do. No, bowling too full. Not getting us what we need. Drag that length back against Maxwell. Not really working either. Okay, back to Tremaine. And back to Saltzman. We're kind of bowling in pairs here. That's the end of day 2. The lead has been cut to 12. But again, we've taken that 3rd wicket. Just got to keep plugging away here, trying to take these wickets. The economies are pretty good. Only Nathan Lyon is struggling because the batsmen who've come in actually prefer spin. Okay, Abbott to Maxwell. Finally, is this a chance? Not quite. Yeah, we'll take that new ball. Straight away, we'll give it to Hayden Kerr. And we'll go to Tremaine as well. Kerr to Hanscom. In there. Okay, let's get Kerr coming around the wicket. Maybe even try and drag that length back. Hanscom actually prefers that, so we should probably not. Go to Saltzman. And go to Abbott. Abbott to Maxwell. We've got to get rid of Maxwell at some point. And that'll do it. He's got 140 though. He's already done the damage. Victoria have a huge lead. Okay, new bats in. Rogers. Oh, Saltzman to Rogers. Early, maybe. Not quite. And there's lunch. The lead is 1-1-5. But we've got them 4 down. Just got to keep plugging away here. Keep plugging away. And I'll actually bring Nathan Lyon back on now. We try and find these wickets. Abbott will swap out. Let's go back to Saltzman. Lyon's still going a little bit too many runs. So another swap. Back to the pace. Tremaine, that's on the pads. Hanscom is gone for a big 176. I mean, Victoria have had a good time batting here today. Really have. Brings in, is that Matt Short? Okay. Saltzman too short. I think that's going down leg. Yeah, he shakes his head. We'll kind of drag that length back just a bit. Try and bring a few more catches into play. That is T. The lead is 2-3-1. Victoria batting very well, causing us some trouble here today, but there's not really much I can do about it. We're trying everything. We're trying to change our length. We're swapping bowlers in and out. There we go. Rogers is gone. Saltzman needs a break, so we'll go back to Tremaine. And they've declared with the lead of 238, 502 for 6. So they wanted to get to 500. And day 3, session 3. So we've got to just basically survive this session, go into the last day, and yeah. Sutherland to Nicotera, smacks it away. 4 off the first over, the last ball of the first over. Sutherland to Maddinson, that puts that away as well. That'll be 4 as well. Let's try and get that lead down as speedy as we can. Maddinson is out again. Early doors. Maybe he's not. Maybe he shouldn't really be opening for us. I don't know, but that's kind of a harsh thing to say so early doors, in my opinion. So let's just get to the end of the day. Short to Constas. Max that away. Lovely stuff. Short to Constas again. The same combo. Puts that away as well. Now Murphy to Nicotera. Step back and just completely miss it. Is quite frustrating. 3 overs left in the day. Sutherland to Smith. Smacks it away. And that is the end of day 3. So we are 60 for 2. Not great from our openers there. Both getting 11. Not really ideal. And now the aim is to, well, just bat for as long as we can in this day. Because reaching parity after the 2 innings is only one thing. Of course, we would have to set a target if we were trying to bowl out Victoria and get the win. Seems like a long way off now. So more about batting well, giving our batsmen some time at the crease, and seeing if Smith can back up the big runs he got in the first innings with some big runs in the second innings. That'd be very nice. Oh, that's close to the fielder, but not in trouble. Still 142 behind. There's still so many runs behind here. Constas puts that away, though. Well done, Smith. Oh, misfield. We'll have it. We'll take it. That one's flown to the fence. Yeah. Just got to keep going. There's nothing really to say about it. Nothing really to change about it either. It's all about batting here, and it's all about just getting a decent score, letting our batsmen have some time at the crease, get their form up, try and respond to... he's safe, he's home. Is that 50 up for Steve Smith? It is. And he gets away with one. And then he's bowled. So it really is part of the game, isn't it? That they'll get to a milestone and then get out. Quite frustrating, but it is a part of cricket, but it's not really as common as this game makes it out to be. That's the single for Constas. I'm actually going to try and counter that by just lowering his aggression level by 1. Come on, O'Toole. We need a little something from you, bud. Not that. I didn't need that. 23 in the first innings he got. What about Nick Harris? What did he get in the first innings? 39. He actually did okay in the first innings. Maddinson, not so good. In fact, not so good. That first game, Maddinson did well. Hasn't done so much since then. 144 for 4. Not out. Wow, that must have been turning too much. Well done. Good shot from Kerr. And we still lead by 90 here. Near the end of the session, ball on 2. Constas survives it. And that's the end of the session. Okay, good. And now it does seem to be a bit like that first game against Queensland. We've got to try and survive. Mania, they got bowled out only 2. Oh no, they got forced to follow on. They got forced to... Yeah, they got forced to follow on. Bat again, they put 3-4-3 up and then were chased down. But only 2 wickets. That's quite... McDermott there doing a lot of it while partners fell around him. That's quite a close game, actually. How's this one going to go? South Australia need 353. They've got to survive 2 sessions, basically. Whereas in our game, we are just trying to survive. Also trying to survive 2 sessions, more or less. Which is not going to be easy. We've got to reach parity. And we've also got to survive long enough that Victoria can't just knock off the runs when they do go into bat, if they do go into bat. Well done, Kerr. Kerr is surviving so far, having a good time. That's a good chunk of time already taken out of the game by these 2. Constas is into the 60s. Taking the new ball, that's fine. We'll just keep the same attitudes here as before. That'll go for an edge for 4. And in fact, it looks like these guys are going to survive session. They have. Lovely stuff. So all we did was cut that lead by about 30 runs in that session. But no wickets lost. And it means that we do have the chance for the draw and the kind of stay in the game, or we stay in the competition by not taking a meaningless, let's say, loss. We don't need to take. And at this point now, I'm quite confident we will survive the last few overs. And there we go, match drawn, 2-2-1 for 4. Yeah, look, it's not ideal. It's not exactly how you want to be. Playing. Look at the partnerships though, but they got a 77 partnership there, so it's fine. Go to the run rates. Our second innings, we actually batted a little bit quicker than the first innings, and then kind of plateaued, not really needing to go aggressive. Victoria, on the other hand, that huge partnership from Victoria in their first innings between Maxwell and Hanscom, that is what, well, kind of killed the game for us. Maxwell and Hanscom just put in runs on the board. We take 1.46 points. Victoria take 3.5. And we're still in third. We're still in third with that draw. We haven't lost a game yet. Whereas Victoria take their draw as well. They haven't won a game yet. So, yeah, it's not ideal. I can say that. It's not ideal. But it is what it is. Let's take a look at some training then. So we've got 4 coaching sessions to be looking at here. And a lot of our internationals have obviously gone to play ODIs. So that's all right. Let's look at form. Actually, you could probably do it with a little bit of extra bowling practice. Jos3h, maybe. Sorry, I'm butchering so many names here. I don't feel good about it. Use. Good as well. Patterson. Okay, we've still got one session left. Let's actually give the physio to Madison and maybe to Kerr. Actually, no, to Lyon. Go. And what else? Maybe go a little bit more bowling for Hayden Kerr as well. Okie dokes. So what's the next game? It's a one-day cup game against Western Australia. Take a look at the tables for that. They have played 2, won 1, lost 1. A win would kind of help us out here. A win would help us out. It would shoot us up the table. We'd actually jump Western Australia and are positive, well, slightly more positive than those guys on the net run rate. It would actually see us go up the table. Another look at the Sheffield Shield table. We didn't have a great game in that last game against Victoria. It wasn't a great game at all. But beyond that, it doesn't really matter. We got the draw that we needed in the end, and that's part of it. That's part of the long form of the game, is that we've got 10 games to play here. And if we get a second win, we'll start to challenge Western Australia and Queensland at the top of the table. So what we got to do. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been an interesting episode, but we did manage to get the draw in the end, and that's a good thing. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I shall catch you next time.